Hey, what's going on, guys? Ben, aka Sauce here, and today I'm bringing guys another video. And today, as you can see by the title and thumbnail, I'm going to be talking about the Bucks and the different paths they can take this trade deadline. So I'm making this before the Bucks have made any moves at all. Hopefully, I can get this uploaded before anything happens. Because, imagine Giannis gets traded. I'm talking about what the Bucks can do with Giannis or without Giannis, or we trade for Cam Thomas or trade away Bobby P. But I'm here to talk about the different avenues the Bucks can take tomorrow, with tomorrow being the trade deadline. So let's just get straight into it. So first thing they can do is obviously trade Giannis. This is the first thing I'm going to talk about. So I'll talk about who I want Giannis traded to, what package I want back, who I don't like. And so first things first, I do not want to trade with the Warriors. That's the first thing. I would love to see Steph and Giannis together, but I feel like the Warriors package is just so awful. I mean, Jimmy Butler obviously tore his ACL and he's up there in age. I think at this point, he'll have 1 year left on his contract. He has next year, and then that's it. I feel like he's almost a negative asset at this point. I mean, I love Jimmy B, but him coming off a major injury at his old age, making so much money next year, I just feel like I just see it as a negative asset. So that is already, they should be giving us more just for taking on Jimmy Butler. Okay, that's the first thing. Second thing, Jonathan Kuminga, who has been played out of the rotation by the Warriors. I mean, he's requested so many trades from the Warriors. I mean, it's not like that shouldn't move the needle at all for the Bucks, because he's not being played. They don't want him there. They have no leverage to be dangling him, be like, ooh, we can give you Kuminga for Giannis. So that's two assets that I don't even consider. And then we have Brandon Przepsky, who is cool, I guess, but it's not yeah, we can build around him. He's just there. And then they have their picks, and obviously they're like, hey, I know you want this Bucks pick. This Warriors pick post Steph, because Steph's going to be 41 years old in 2030. And they're like, you can get the picks when Steph Curry is old, but Giannis would still be there. So I just feel like those picks are going to be pretty useless. I mean, they can also give us Draymond Green, but what are we going to do? We're going to be tanking. Why would we want Draymond unless we flip him? But he's also an expiring contract, so he's probably just going to not re-sign and go back to the Warriors or do whatever. So, yeah, the Warriors offer is pretty bad. So, yeah, there's that. Next is the Heat. I also don't want us trading with the Heat, mainly because Heat fans over the past, 10 years have been saying they're going to get Giannis, making Giannis jersey swaps and Heat gear. And I just hate Heat fans, obviously, from our history in the playoffs as well. But I also just don't like their trade offer. I mean, obviously, Tyler Hero, he's a Wisconsin native, and then Kalon Ware, and then really besides that, it's just all their first round picks, which, I mean, I don't know, it's cool, I guess, in a way, but also any pick swap is just kind of useless, because we're going to be tanking. We also don't have our first round picks, but also the right to swap with a tanking team versus a contending team with Giannis, I mean, it's just pointless. We're not going to get the Heat's first round pick over our own if they have Giannis and Bam and Norman Powell, and we have Ryan Rollins and Kalon Ware. I mean, so that's just kind of dumb. But yeah, that is that. Next, we have the Timberwolves, where I would love to see Giannis playing with Ant, but I just really don't like their trade package. I know they're trying to get third and fourth teams to help facilitate a trade to make it more appealing, but it's basically Jaden McDaniels, maybe Rob Dillingham, and first round picks. But they don't even have first round picks, so they traded it all to the Jazz for Rudy Gobert. So I don't really know what they're on, but yeah, that's that. The trade I would love the most, I mean, there's three. All of them are pretty unlikely, which is why I think Giannis will be kept through the deadline, which I'll get to, like what the Bucks can do if that happens. But the first thing is going ahead and trading with the Hawks for Jalen Johnson, for Okeke Okongwu, and the Pelicans pick that was given to the Hawks in the Dairy Queen trade. And then also some more stuff on top of that. I feel like those three things, mainly the Pelicans first round pick and Jalen Johnson, will be the best two assets we can get. I mean, if the Bucks continue tanking, which if we trade Giannis, we would, 2 possibly top 5 picks and Jalen Johnson to build around, and we already have Ryan Rollins. That's 4 out of 5 starters right there. Boom. Getting ready for the next era. I feel like that would be the best trade, but I don't think the Hawks would really do that, 1. And 2, I mean, the Hawks just aren't really in trade talks for Giannis. So the next thing would be the Spurs with Dylan Harper or Stephon Castle, and then a whole bunch of picks. I feel like that would be, I mean, they'd have to put in Harrison Barnes to make the money match, maybe Jeremy Sohan. But yeah, I mean, like, that would also be pretty appealing. Get somebody like Dylan Harper, Stephon Castle would be, like, I value those players over Tyler Hero, Jimmy Butler / Kuminga or Jaden McDaniels. So there's that. Next would be the Sixers, VJ Edgecombe, Paul George, and I was going to say McCain, but McCain has been traded at this point, and like I don't know, another player like a Dembona, and then their picks. They have the Clippers picks, which is pretty good. But also, they just got Darius Garland, so they got a young guy that might keep them afloat at least a little more. So those picks are a little less valuable. And then the final one would be like the Cavaliers get Evan Mobley and stuff. But I mean, they just trade for James Harden. I don't think they're going to trade with the Bucks. I mean, we get Evan Mobley, I don't know, Max Strus, and like a bunch of first round picks. That'd be pretty good. Depoy, 24-year-old, but I don't think the Cavs would do that. And there's just no trade talks between the two that has been rumored. So that is the first one. We're about 8 minutes in, and that's all the Giannis trade scenarios and what I would want. So if Giannis were to be traded today or tomorrow, I would hope it's to the Hawks for Jalen Johnson, the Pelicans' first-round pick, Keke Kongwu, and a little bit more on top of that. And also, I'm a Falcons fan, and I'm a Bucks fan because I love Giannis. So seeing Giannis in Atlanta would be good. I'd still be a Bucks fan, but I'd definitely root for Giannis in Atlanta. So that is that. Next option would be obviously to keep Giannis, but to get him healthy and try to make the playoffs. And now this is why I hope doesn't happen, but I mean, really anything to appease Giannis. And if he's like, I will only stay if all we do is win, try to win right now. Like, get me healthy, get these assets at the deadline, and go win now. I feel like, I mean, that's just a price you'd have to pay. So I do like us doing that if it means we keep Giannis. So that would probably mean we've been linked with Cam Thomas, which I don't really like, but I mean, I don't know. What are you really going to do? He's another guard that can't defend and needs the ball a lot. He can score, but I mean, we have KPJ, we got Ryan Rollins. We have enough guards. We don't need another one. I wouldn't like that trade. Michael Porter Jr., that would be pretty good, but of course, he's another guy. He can't really defend. He needs the ball a lot, but at least he's bigger. And there's not really, I mean, John Morant just came to mind. I know we've been linked to him. We'd probably have to trade Kuzma, KPJ, and maybe that's it. I don't know how much of an asset John Morant is. Obviously, the Grizzlies are going full tank after trading away Jaren Jackson Jr. Maybe we can get him on a cheap trade. Kuzma, KPJ, maybe a second or 2 round pick, and then that'll be it. I mean, that'd be pretty good. I don't know how much they mesh John Giannis, but I mean, really anything to try to kickstart. We'd have Ryan Rollins and Ja, which isn't really ideal. But yeah, I mean, yeah. But I guess the third thing from that would be to go full tank, keep Giannis, try to get a top pick, and then reassess in the summer. And that would involve trying to trade away Bobby Portis right now because he hasn't been very good. He's making a lot of money. If we dump his contract, we'd have more money in the offseason. We'd have a mid-level exception, and we'd be able to get the pick. Maybe sign free agents. I know Milwaukee is a small market team, so it's kind of a lot harder, really, to get free agents in the door, which, I mean, last offseason, we basically only re-signed people. We got, I don't know, Gary Harris, and obviously Miles Turner, but we gave him too much money. But, yeah, I mean, if we tank, have a top pick, we can trade that on draft night. We can trade our 2031 first-round pick, our 2032 first-round pick. We have Kyle Kuzma on an expiring contract we can trade away. We have Miles Turner. I don't know if anybody's going to want him because he's making a lot of money. He hasn't been very good. And build around Giannis and Ryan Rollins. And we still have KPJ if we don't trade him away. I feel like, I don't know, it's our best shot of competing, trying to get Giannis a co-star. Maybe, I've been wanting this guy since before the season started. Trey Murphy, the third from the Pelicans, that would be like a dream scenario. If we trade for Ja, I guess he would be there, and that would be something. But, yeah, I mean, maybe like a contender blows it up. I don't know. The Cavs, obviously, they trade for Harden. But if things fall through there, they have another collapse in the playoffs. Maybe we can get, I don't know. Donovan Mitchell, I think, would be too high of an ask. But, I mean, you never know. We'll see if any team decides to disband after the playoffs and we can poach their top guy or second guy. But, yeah, that's really our three options right now. Trade Giannis right now / the offseason. Hopefully it's with the Hawks and not with the Warriors or Heat. We try to win now to appease Giannis. We go after like Cam Thomas or Ja Morant and trade away Kuzma, Bobby Portis, KPJ. Hopefully not our 2031 first-round pick for Ja Morant. And then third thing is to go full tank the rest of the season, sit Giannis, which I hope we do, and I hope he stays. I hope we get the number 2 overall pick because we can't get the number 1 because it's the least favorable between the Pelicans and ours. So if we get the first-round pick, then it goes to the Hawks because they own the rights to it, and then we would get the Pelicans' first-round pick, vice versa. So the best we can do is second overall pick, I mean. And, yeah, I hope we get the second overall pick. We dump Bobby Portis today or tomorrow. Giannis is happy. And we get Trey Murphy the third, Ryan Rollins, Giannis, maybe Miles Turner, and turn this thing around, pun intended. But, yeah, that's really about it. Thank you guys for watching. A calm little 14-minute YouTube video about the Bucks. Hopefully, as I'm editing this, nothing happens. I'll probably post it anyways. I don't know, just for fun. But, yep, thank you guys for watching, and goodbye.